Welcome back to another episode. I'm Brandon, also known as Kid Punk. I am joined by Marin, also known as El Rambo, Los Rambos, whatever you would like to call him. And today we will be talking about Black Adam. First, we're going to do a spoiler-free review, give our thoughts that, of course, does not feature any spoilers whatsoever. And then we're going to dive deep into the spoilers and talk about all the stuff that we caught in the film pretty much. So without further ado, let's get started.
Let's get started, man. Black Adam, overall, a very fun experience in the theaters. I had a blast. Black Adam, overall, I had a very fun experience at the theater. Very fun movie, action packed,
Yes, action packed.
great direction.
Like it's a fun movie for sure. You know, you watch it with friends in the theater, you're gonna have fun watching it. That's what this movie aims to be for. Not all movies have to be like the Batman or Logan, where it's like masterpieces. No, their movies are meant to have fun with, and in a way, to me, this film was kind of like it's like the Venom films where they're dumb fun. This one was just a fun film, fun popcorn film to watch in theaters that you will have fun with. And like the side characters definitely were fun to see too. This is a new addition to the DCEU, so
Just make sure you guys know that you're gonna have a fun time as long as you know what you're getting into while watching the movie or going into watching the movie. Don't go in expecting something groundbreaking like the Batman, which we got earlier this year. It's just an action-packed comic book movie, a traditional comic book movie. It's not gonna bring anything new. It actually plays a lot on old traditional comic book movie stuff. Is it predictable? Some parts is very
yeah.
predictable. I'm not gonna lie, but it's you going in to go see The Rock become a superhero.
Or
That's
an
in my opinion,
anti-hero.
or an anti-hero, right? And it's honestly The Rock being The Rock. How The Rock it is in every other single movie he
And
plays
and that's
himself,
fine
kind
because
of.
Arnold been doing the same thing since the 80s. Stallone's pretty much been doing the same thing. Bruce Willis, all those actors do the same thing. So now we got The Rock doing it, and it's fun. The Rock does bring money into the box office. He brings people into seats in theaters. Everyone, well, almost everyone loves The Rock except for Vin Diesel. But and of course, there were some shots of like the VFX effects.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. One thing I didn't like, maybe in some parts, but they overuse a lot of slow mo. A lot of slow mo in the movie. A lot of slow mo for
Yeah.
sure. The visual effect, I did love seeing that on the big
Mhm.
screen for sure. That's what I'm saying. It's for sure you should go watch it in theaters at least once. You know, the hierarchy. Yeah, it's really good. The hierarchy,
The
or how do you
hierarchy,
say it? The
I can't
hierarchy.
say it. The
Yeah, for real. Well,
hierarchy
anyways, the
of
hierarchy
the
of the
DC
DC
universe.
universe changed.
That's gonna become the new It's Morbin Time meme.
Oh boy. I see a lot of people saying comparing this to Morbius,
No,
and I don't
no.
think it was anywhere near as bad as Morbius.
Morbius was disappointing. This one wasn't really disappointing. This one was fun.
Yeah,
Morbius,
I didn't even watch Morbius in theaters. All the bad.
uh,
Brandon did. He could tell you guys
okay,
about it. He could tell you if it was worth.
With Morbius, it's just disappointing. Some fun moments here and there. That's it. Well, Black Adam is action packed and fun. It's dumb fun like the Venom films,
Yeah,
pretty
for
much.
sure.
And you know, like we mentioned, this isn't nothing groundbreaking and all that. I don't feel like any of the side characters either will overshadow Black Adam in a way, because you do get.
Hmm.
And I also did feel like this was a good introduction to the Justice Society of America, with
Okay.
Hawkman, Cyclone,
The JSA.
Atom Smasher, and Doctor Fate.
Yeah. Right now, honestly, my opinion, the DC is just kind of like it's kind of a mess right now because they're from what I'm getting from the movie, the JSA has been around since the beginning of like forever, and like during the movie, I was kind of like wondering like where were they at when the Justice League was having their issues with Apocalypse?
I'm
Because what makes it feel like they were there the whole
I'm
time?
fine with
That's
that.
what my
In
opinion.
my opinion, I'm kind of fine with them kind of like already being established and being there, because you know when Justice League takes place to now, I feel like that was like enough time for like more heroes to develop and all that. So
Yeah,
that's how
okay.
I see it. So I
Now let's get into the main members of the JSA.
so
The two main members for sure is Hawkman and Doctor Fate. They seem to be like the ones that always been in the JSA. Hawkman, Doctor Fate, Cyclone, and Atom Smasher. The four members of the JSA. For sure. Standout of the four members for me, I really liked Doctor Fate.
yes, Doctor Fate for sure.
His
I
the effects with his magic, all that was really cool.
In a way it can be compared to Doctor Strange's. And fun fact, Pierce Brosnan has said that Benedict Cumberbatch inspired him to take the role of Doctor Fate because he believes what Benedict does with Doctor Strange is brilliant. So
Really? I didn't know that.
yes, I believe he mentioned it at the Black Adam premiere,
Wow.
and it's going around online, which is interesting because Doctor Fate came way before Doctor Strange, but yet Doctor Strange is more popular, while DC only likes to focus on Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman for many years. That they forget they have all these amazing side characters.
Yeah. Okay, so main plot of the movie is Black Adam has awoken from a slumber of what, like 2000, 1,000 years, something like that?
Several
I've
thousand
several
years,
thousands. And the JSA's job is to capture him, put him
which
down.
they get sent by Amanda Waller, which this was in the trailer, so this isn't a spoiler.
Yeah, light spoilers,
So
but
like,
really not because it was in the trailers.
yeah, unless the trailers reveal too much. But that's what happens. So yes, it is in the DCEU. It does connect with the DCEU
Mm-hmm.
due to Amanda Waller, obviously.
Well,
Yeah, Dr.
Hawkman,
Pierce nailed it as Dr. Fate. He was
yeah, for
amazing.
sure. Your opinion on Aldous Hodge, Hawkman's portrayal?
I liked it, and I want to see more of him.
Yeah, he was really cool too. I was really impressed. I
I
didn't
would
know this
love it if he.
until researching him a little bit more, but he was in Straight Outta Compton. He played MC Ren, and that was really cool. I knew I
I,
recognized him from somewhere.
I would love if he gets his own HBO Max series like Peacemaker,
Oh yeah, I can see that happening.
because he was awesome in the role. I want to see him come back.
Yeah, he was really cool. Next, we could get into the other one, which is Cyclone.
Cyclone, yes,
I can't pronounce their name. Is Quintessa Swindell?
I believe so, and they were great in the role. They were
Yeah,
great in the role, and I
I
love
wish that they just
the
had
effects
more.
that went with
It,
them that
yeah,
they used for the character. I thought that was done pretty well.
yeah. Her power is just she. What is that? She can control wind, and manipulate wind. I'm guessing
Something
that
like
was.
that.
Yeah,
We're
and
gonna
she
get
was.
an angry
They were pretty
comment. You know
cool.
nothing about these characters, you Marvel fanboys.
Yeah, honestly, that's the truth.
Like what
The only
happened
one I
was
kind of
a
knew
friend of
was
ours.
Hawkman. I only kind of knew Hawkman just because he was in the old Justice League animated series back in the day.
No,
That was
Hawk
about it.
Girl was in. It was Hawk Girl. Hawk Girl.
Well, they were both in it.
I don't remember Hawkman in it. I know Hawkman from DC Legends of Tomorrow,
Oh, it
and
was Hawkgirl. Yeah, I remember she was the main one, but Hawkman would be in
she
it
was.
in
They
every
originally
once in a
wanted
while.
Hawk Girl in this, but they had to cut out several characters, unfortunately.
All right, and we could get into the last member of the group, which is Atom Smasher,
Adam
played
Smasher,
by
yes.
Noah Centino.
A lot of people don't like this guy.
Well, I'm seeing a lot of people just trying to like slamming on him because they're trying to compare his character to Deadpool because of how the mask looks. And there, I can see the comparison because he is the comedy relief of the movie.
The mask, how the mask looks. It's like you got the Deadpool mask and just painted blue with, and of course had the white eyes. That's how
Yeah,
the mask looks. So I get why people are like, "Oh, it's Deadpool" because of the mask. I get that 100%. but I wouldn't say he's not like
He's
Deadpool.
not Deadpool at all. Different
He's
abilities,
just,
different powers.
of course, but
His portrayal of the character is also pretty well. I thought
yeah,
he did
it was
pretty good in his job.
yeah, it was fun to see him in the film. I thought he was fun, fun character,
Yeah.
funny. Obviously, he was like the comedy relief of the group.
Yeah, so the comparisons between him and Deadpool are just gonna be there, just because of how the costume looks and they're just trying to make him the comedy relief of the movie. In my opinion, the one that was more of a comedy relief to me, or the more had more
What's
made me laugh the most, was the brother of the
the uncle, the brother?
yes. What was his name? Give me a second.
Kareem is the character's name.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kareem, and then he's played by Muhammad.
Muhammad
Muhammad
Amir.
Muhammad Amir. He did
I think
really good.
we apologize when we butcher any of the names.
Yeah, we're just silly Americans. We don't know how to speak any other language.
Unfortunately, but yes, he was hilarious. I was just laughing. Even in the trailers too, he was funny in the trailers.
Yeah, for sure.
Then we
He
have
stand out of the movie. One
then
of
we
the best
have
standouts.
Sarah Sahi
Sahi.
as Adriana Thomas. Was she's a character in the comics, but it's completely different in the film. And I liked her in the film. I thought she did good. Her trying to protect her family and all that.
She was really good as well. No. She did really good in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with that.
What was her name in the movie again? Alejandra?
Uh, A- Adriana,
Adriana.
Adriana, Adriana,
Adriana.
Adriana, Thomas.
Yeah, she's kind of like the one that starts everything off in the movie and in the well, you see
Yes,
it in the trailer. But she did really well. Her connection with Black Adam, we could get more into that in the spoilers talk, but all of that was really well put in my opinion. And
I
then she
agree.
also has a son that plays a major role in the movie. His name is Amon Thomas. Thomas.
Thomas, yes, who is in the comics. I'm trying to find it. Hang on. Okay, Amon Thomas is known as Osiris, and I believe those two are actually brother and sister in the com- comics, but of course the movie is different with that, having them
Yeah,
mother and son. But a lot of movies do this. Look at Thor Ragnarok with Loki and Hela.
yeah. Okay. So this is where I'm gonna get into a little bit of a I guess a rant, but in my he was probably 'cause I get he's a kid, but his portrayal of his acting skills, or not his acting skills, his portrayal of the character was just it wasn't the best. It's his he just kind of fell flat a little bit for me. There were
Mm.
some scenes that it kind of felt like he was just there, or just I don't know how to say it, but it was kind of like flat. He fell flat. I think he just needed a bit more emotion.
I kind of get that. Then
I
again,
mean,
kid
also
actor.
he's 14, so you
Yeah.
need to think about that.
Oh
But
well.
overall, the movie was a fun time. We could get into Black Adam himself, The Rock, which we already kind of did, but again,
Like,
he's just The Rock. You
that's
know
The
what you're getting
Rock.
into.
That's an
You know what you're watching.
anti-hero, kicking ass,
Yes,
taking
yes.
names.
When he said there would be he's a hero, or he's like Superman, but he kills. He delivers on that promise. There is a lot of killing in this movie. A
Yes.
lot of killing, a lot of violence.
Oh
Uh,
yes. But
it
of
was
course
really
it's toned
graphic.
down because it's toned down because it's PG-13. Because originally some of the original cuts they kept on getting an R rating because of the killing and all that. So like 5 weeks before the film was actually released, they had to like edit a lot of like tone it
Ooh,
down in the edits. Like, but this was a fun film for sure. Like, and the best in the DCEU? No. Is it the worst? No. This was
not
just
Do you
fun.
want DC to continue on this with this style of movie making? What they're doing with Black Adam?
Mm, yes and no, because I feel like, because of course I don't want every comic book film to be like the Batman,
Yeah,
but at
but do
this,
you want like every copy? Do you want it to all be like Black Adam was recently?
no, maybe like a mixture in a way, because I feel like they can do more with the superhero genre than just,
The
of
same
course,
thing.
the same thing, obviously.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I see what you're saying in that. It was. Yeah, I guess we could
superhero
get it. Huh?
superhero movie cliches, yeah, this does have it,
It has a
and of
lot.
course there's some corniness in it too. But like I mentioned, it's fun.
Yeah. I would just watch it once in the theaters. Probably just a
Yeah.
one-time watch, but for sure, at least watch it once. With a group of friends or when you're on a date. It is a fun time and it's a fun experience to watch in a theater once, especially for the visual effects. It has some great visual effects. A lot of a lot of screenshot moments, as I would say. Just a lot of pauses where you can just it's just vibrant colors, a lot of special effects.
It was I was like, that's the only way they can do this, most of the time now.
Uh, well, what's your opinion on the music choices on some scenes?
It worked.
I would say
I
it
think it
worked,
worked.
but s- it worked for like in the when they put the music scenes in there, or when they added the music into some of the scenes, it did work sometimes. But I feel like in the like in not the whole scene, but like let's say in the middle of the scene or towards the end of that scene with the song, it was kind of like I don't know how to explain it. It was kind of falling off for me. It just
Mm,
felt a little awkward or a little weird at
okay,
some point.
I get that. But okay, so to end the spoiler-free talk, this isn't nothing amazing or none of that. This is just a fun popcorn flick superhero film, like Venom in a way, or it's like how many love the original Marvel films before the MCU, where they're just underrated in a way. So
Yeah,
this is, and of course, credits are destroying this film, and it's no, this is just a fun film to watch. It's nothing amazing or none of that.
just a fun blockbuster movie.
So if you like
Same.
these type of films, you will love
Yeah,
it.
yeah. It's kind of like the same thing you go into watching a Fast and Furious movie. You're not expecting
Yes,
anything, anything, deep or serious. It's just a fun movie to watch in the theaters. So
yes, fun.
I would recommend watching it in theaters for sure. You will have a good time.
Yes, watch it in theaters. Go with some friends, get some popcorn, and just have fun watching it.
Yeah, just have fun, shut off your brain, and just watch the movie.
Yes,
All
and
right.
that ends our spoiler-free talk. Now we're going to go deep into the spoilers.
Yes, I'm ready, bro. I'm excited.
All right, you start us off.
Oh man. Okay. So the movie, I don't know what they were trying to do because so there is one part on the beginning of the movie where it's trying to say that his son is Black Adam or 10th Adam.
Yeah,
I don't get what that was about because they were saying it like throughout the whole press run of the movie that even The Rock himself was saying, Black Adam is a film about me trying to avenge my son's death or when I get the powers of Black Adams. So I was like, don't we already know that
yeah, we already knew that, but yet the film in the
the
beginning tried to like
it
add
was
more
yeah
in a way, and it's like we already know that. So
what
you're
was
like
this?
waiting throughout the film for it to actually reveal it, and it's like, see, we knew this. So you're like kind of waiting for that plot twist to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, oh man, for sure, man. I also wanted to talk about the chemistry between Cyclone and Atom Smasher. They try to have like I don't know if it was how they're trying to do it, but they were trying to, I feel like the movie was trying to make like a chemistry or relationship grow between those two, and
It's
it
like
was not
Adam
working for me
Smasher
at
was
all.
at times flirting with Cyclone.
Yeah, it
And
was not working for me at all. If that was his
I'm not
game,
gonna
he
lie,
he does not spit game well at man.
it felt forced. It felt kind of forced.
It
I
felt
admit
really forced at times. Well, at all the times.
that.
So
Yeah,
again, we kind of jumped into this earlier before, in the spoil free review. But Atom Smasher and Cyclone are like the newest members of the JSA. So Cyclone and Atom Smasher are the newest members of the JSA. They got brought in by Hawkman. Oh, actually, my bad. They got brought in by Doctor Fate.
Dr. Fate.
Yeah, Doctor
Were they?
Fate. Yeah, he
Mhm.
introduced him to Hawkman. I think,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
okay.
Or was it
I
Hawkman that introduced him to Doctor Fate?
I don't remember.
Well, I think Hawkman introduced Cyclone, and then Doctor Fate introduced Atom Smash or something like that.
Yeah,
Volvia Davis. That's how you pronounce her name, right?
Viola, but Volvia.
What's her character's
Well,
name?
Amanda Waller,
So
who
Amanda
we know
Waters.
from the Suicide Squad movies, and who was in
Yeah,
Peacemaker. Also,
and she was in the Harley Quinn movie, wasn't she? Or no?
no, she was not in Birds of Prey
Oh, well. Anyways, Amanda Waters hires the JSA to take down Atom Smasher or to take down Black Adam.
because they
And that's
know
another
how
thing
he
about
actually is.
yeah, that's another thing about the movie. They don't actually say Black Adam. That's like one of the cringy, predictable things about the movie that every super origin hero movie does back in the 2000s. So they don't say the name until like the last minute of the movie. What
Pretty
was your
much.
opinion? What was your opinion on that? When I saw that, I was like, no, man, this is
Yep.
yeah, this is.
I'm
I saw this
fine.
coming. This was fun. It was funny, but I was like, oh no, I can't believe they
It's
actually
fine.
did that.
I don't care, but it's fine, I guess. Not a big deal. Kind of like, oh, okay, what do you expect?
Yeah. Also, they did that thing that She-Hulk. If any of you guys watched the She-Hulk season finale, they did the thing where she said they were gonna do in every superhero movie since the beginning of superhero movies, where they brought in a surprise villain at the end, and the villain has the same powers or gets the same powers as the main hero or anti-hero, and they have a big CGI fight at the end. They've done it with every movie in the past. You've seen it
Yes.
1,000 times. They did
Yes,
it with
we've seen it
Iron
in,
Man, Black Panther. They did it with
yep,
who else am I missing?
Ant-Man, The
Ant
Incredible
Man,
Hulk,
Man of Steel, yeah, Incredible Hulk.
Man of Steel. I'm
So
trying to
that
think of
was
what
it.
else.
Wasn't anything new with that. It wasn't fresh or anything new in that part. All right,
Fun though,
yeah.
still fun.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I'm not saying it's not fun, but very predictable, corny lines. There were some parts that made me laugh. I'm not gonna say there wasn't any
Yeah,
funny parts, but
there were
mostly
fun
with
parts.
Ahmad or mostly with the brother. His scenes were like honestly the funniest parts of the movie.
Yeah, and
Uh
sometimes with like the guy trying
oh,
to
The
fight
Rock.
the Rock
Yeah.
as Black Adam, and just the Rock is just kind of just glaring at them like, huh? It just
Now,
punches them.
if you like action and fighting scenes, you're gonna have fun in this movie because there is a lot of that.
Yes.
Like this movie, the story and the plot takes a backseat. It's mostly just action and fighting, and I like action-packed movies, so I
And
had a
those were
good
the
time.
best. Those were the best parts of the movie. Let's be real.
Yeah, it starts right away too. It gets right into it. Maybe there's like 10 minutes in the first 10 minutes or 15 minutes, you get like a little bit of plot, a little bit of origin, and then after that, after she finds the crown and says the magic word Shazam,
Yep,
boom,
of course,
action starts
Shazam.
right away.
Another spoiler, even though I feel like this was kind of known when like The Rock talked about the film in a DC fandom in 2020 because of the concept art, but I forgot his name, but the guy who plays the wizard Shazam from the Shazam movie that gives the powers to Billy, he appears in this movie in the beginning. So,
Yeah,
of course, while Black Adam is a villain to Shazam in the comics, we do see the connection here. So it does leave fans wondering, okay, yes, it's obviously connected. When are we going to see these two on screen?
which I think my answer is they're never going to be seen on screen together.
I feel like The Rock as Black Adam might have a cameo in Shazam 2. That's
Maybe
my
cameo,
theory. Because
but
that is the next DC movie coming out if it doesn't get postponed like all the other ones did also.
I don't. My opinion is he won't, because he skipped right over Shazam and just went right to the man himself, which we could get into is Superman, which makes a
Yes.
surprise, not really a surprise appearance at the end.
No, it's
Everybody
funny because
knew.
the producer was talking about one of the producers was talking about how they were frustrated with it being leaked, but at the same time, The Rock has been teasing it for weeks now and not really hiding the fact that it's a spoiler. Though he's like, "Oh yeah, who the most powerful man in the universe, who's not from Earth, has been away for too long." Something like that. And it's like, okay, yes, he's obviously talking about Superman. So he's been teasing Superman for like this whole past month,
Well,
and it
yeah,
finally happened.
even though it was spoiled, I have to say that in our theater, when he came out, everybody of course
Everyone
screamed.
cheered.
I'm gonna say that was like the loudest the theater got during the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just for
I'm gonna
that
be
scene.
honest.
That's
Like,
probably the best scene in the film, to be honest.
not that the theater was dead quiet. You know, there was some chuckles here and there, but the
Yeah,
loudest it got was when Henry Cavill was back in the suit, which
yeah.
I was excited to see him because, bro, he's Superman. We haven't seen Superman in the suit for like in a long time since
We
Justice
haven't
League.
seen we haven't seen Henry Cavill in the suit for a while, so
Yep.
finally seeing him back as Superman is just
Oh,
amazing. And The Rock and his team have been fighting for him to have a cameo appearance in Black Adam for years, and now that Warner Brothers have new management and all that, they were finally able to get it. So, The Rock, of course, he knows what the fans want, so he's like, "I know what you want. I'm working to get it," and he got us this. And just how The
yeah.
Rock pretty much demanded for it to happen. Because if The Rock wants it, he will get it.
Yep. He's the main. I think he's the main man in Hollywood right now.
Pretty much, like he has the power. He has that power to be like, "Oh, I want to spin off to this. Oh, I want to make this
But now
movie.
that I
Oh,
think
I
about
want."
it, Superman has been in both Shazam and Black Adam technically, because he was also in the end
Faceless and
credits scene.
Shazam.
He was in the end credit scene of Shazam.
Yeah.
So
No, it's
yeah.
funny though because they were actually wanting Henry to be in it, and like I think Henry would hang out on set at Shazam at times, but unfortunately, it just never happened. And then rumors of a recast, I don't know, reboot started happening since then. It's like, what the
So the guy
crap?
that the headless Superman is in Henry Cavill's body. I thought the rumor was it was his body, but they cut off his head because they don't know if he was in
No,
the scene.
it was a stand-in.
Oh, that sucks.
It was like a stand-in stunt double type thing. I think what's the stunt double of Shazam,
Which I want to get into the suit of Superman. It looks really good, really bright in the Black Adam movie.
and he has the classic Superman curl.
Yeah, so that was fun. All right, let's
Yes, it
get
was
into
like
the I guess let's get into the villain of the movie. We could get into that now.
the villain of the movie was the. You may know him as from his role in Aladdin as Jafar. He was also in the old guard, and he did pretty good in the film for what he's given. His name is
Sabak.
Sabak, but the actor who portrays him
Oh,
is
Marwan Kenzari. Oh, he's Dutch. I didn't know he was Dutch. He's a Dutch
he was
actor.
oh nice. He's I'm not gonna lie, the villain was kind of stereotypical,
Yeah,
typical
just
villain in a way, but like he did
honestly,
good. It was kind of a mystery when we first kind of like see him in a way, but
yeah.
it worked.
I could tell he was the villain right away. Well, not right away. Well,
But
pretty
just
much
in
right
that
away.
one scene in the first act where he just has a creepy look on his face when he just suddenly reappeared, it's like, ah, yeah, he's the villain.
Yeah, yeah, I see that. The final act of the movie just kind of fell flat. They should have. The first act was pretty well done. The middle act where Black Adam is just fighting the JSA. That
Hmm.
was all. I think the best act of the movie, in my opinion. The final act is where
Yeah.
it kind of fell off, where all the predictable shit just came
Yeah.
in, where all the villain or villain's
Hmm.
motivation just didn't make any sense
Yeah.
to me. I think the actor
Yeah.
that played Sabak, isn't he the same guy that played the king? Because they look alike. Or am I just
No, that
no?
was I think I'm pretty sure that was someone else.
Yeah. What I felt is like, because wait, supposedly the movie was supposed to be like when they done filming and everything was like 3 hours long, right? I heard something like that, and then they had to cut some parts.
Probably.
But what
Probably because a
I've
lot of times when filming movies is that of course the original cut is going to be super long and then you have to trim it down like okay what's not going to work in this film, okay that scene won't work, that scene won't work, that scene
my
won't work,
opinion,
and
they should have
sometimes
just
the
cut off the whole
studio
final act.
and sometimes the studio will be like oh this is the certain runtime you can have, so they have to be forced to cut out a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm. So
But yeah, I think the third act could have been better.
so the middle act is what was my favorite part, which is Black Adam's in the city. Well, what's the city called? I forget the city's name.
uh
Well,
it
anyways, he's
is
in the city.
called
He's viewed as the
Kondak, I
protector.
think,
Yeah, he's viewed as a protector, and that city
due to the
is
myth. Well, due to
the myth, his
the
myth
myth
of the
folktale,
10th Adam, which he doesn't go by Black Adam, he goes by 10th Adam.
because that is what he was known as.
Well, his son was known as that
Yeah,
technically.
his son, and then him.
Yeah, so he's a great protector, and in the movie, the JSA is kind of viewed as the villain for the from the POV of the city,
Which I
because
kind of understand that.
yeah, my opinion, I wish they played more on that. Which it was really good what they did, but I wish they focused more. I think it would have been a way better movie, and less predictable if they played more on like the city saying, yeah, he's killing people, but these people have been oppressing us and stealing our culture and oppressing our culture, and we finally have our own hero that would stand up would stand up to these oppressors. And the
Take
JSA
back our
saying,
city
yeah, the JSA saying, no, you can't have this guy, he's too dangerous.
in a
And
way, yes, and
they're
that's
judging the
what.
JSA because where have they been? Where is his
Mhm.
Justice League been? They haven't helped this
Yeah,
part of the world out at all. So I
and
wish they kind of played more on that. It would have been fun. I think it would have been a not a better movie, but it would have been like a more entertaining, more like wow, this is unique, more unique movie if they played more into like the views of the city, like why the city needed this.
yeah, and just them kind of like bringing in, like connecting it with Suicide Squad and a Peacemaker with Waller appearing, and
Yeah,
then you have Jennifer Holland's character who was in the Suicide Squad and in Peacemaker, Amelia Harcourt, I believe is her name. Who, fun fact, she is married to James Gunn in real life.
huh.
They just
Well,
got married several weeks ago. So,
so since this movie has a lot of kills, Brandon, do you want to say what your favorite kill of the movie was? Because I have
mm,
one.
what was it?
I have two. I'll go with my second one. Was with in the beginning where the guy tries to throw a grenade at Black Adam, and Black Adam catches the grenade, looks at it, and just puts it right back in his mouth. And
Oh yeah,
when the scene is over, he takes a grenade out of his mouth and says, "Oh shh," and he blows up. Everything blows
Uh,
up.
yeah, that
That's
was
my
a
second
funny
one.
one. I think
My
that whole
first,
scene
yeah, the whole
where like
scene
he's just killing the people, I think that was like the best.
that was
That was
giving
just
me kind
hilarious.
of Quicksilver from X-Men Days of Future
Yeah,
Past vibes,
and I
which
remember
I wish they played more on that.
there was that one scene of Doctor Fate being like, "Bring the guy so I could crack his mind." You killed him, didn't you?
Yeah,
He
that was
didn't
pretty
make it.
funny.
Yeah, that was
The Rock, I'm gonna
hilarious.
say that too. The Rock plays Black Adam really, really well. I think he was a perfect
Yeah,
choice for Black Adam. I can't really see anybody else being Black Adam now, in my opinion.
The
Great
Rock
casting
as Black
choice.
Adam was fun, and
My favorite kill was the end kill where he kills the villain of the movie, I guess.
just rips him in half.
That was a really brutal kill. He just grabs him
That
by the
was really
horn and
brutal.
says, "Tell them the men in black sent you." and splits him right in half through the middle. Most
I
brutal
don't
kill in my
know.
opinion.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I do feel like a lot of the stuff could have been avoided if, because remember, Doctor Fate saw into the future, so it's like, why didn't he just be like, no, we cannot take Black Adam in because he needs to save the day?
Yeah, I think he just wanted to die.
Probably,
That
but
was the
yeah,
vibes I was getting. Actually, now that you mentioned that, Dr. Fate did know what was gonna happen, and he
but
chose to put. Yeah, go
obviously,
ahead.
spoiler alert, but Doctor Fate sadly dies in this film, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
upsetting. But at the same time, there are multiple Doctor Fates, so I guess like we will see a new Doctor Fate in the future. But at the same time,
But you do mention it, and that was now that I think about it, I think he just wanted to die because he did know it was gonna happen. So
yeah, he knew what was going to happen. So
why would he? So another spoiler. They after Hawkman finds out what really happened with Black Adam, how he got his power, which was his son sacrificing the power of Black Adam, which his son in Black Adam is played by did you say the Young Rock?
okay, so who plays like the, I guess, the Black Adam version, the Teth Adam version of his son, in the
In the
Shazam
past.
form in the
Yeah,
past when he's like with superpowers and all that, is the actor who plays the Rock, in college, out of college, in Young Rock.
that was pretty cool. So
And with
he
even though he's
gives
playing, even though in Young Rock he plays like a 20-something-year-old version of the Rock, the dude is almost 40.
really.
He's 38, and like he does not look 38, but it's like okay.
So he plays the Young
Yeah,
Rock, and he's also in this movie as young or his son, the version of Black Adam, but his son's version. I don't even know how. Yeah, that.
yeah, pretty much. But let's talk about what looked awful in the movie. Them CGIing the Rock's head onto a small dude's body when he's not in his
You're gonna
Shazam Black
have
Adam form.
Yeah, you're gonna have Steve Rogers First Avenger vibes when you watch
No, but
stuff
the
like
thing
that.
is, with Steve Rogers, it looked good. With this,
You did not look good. Give me a break. You look like a big head on a skinny man's body.
I said on Steve Rogers, it looked better than how it did on this for some reason.
Yeah, and
It just looks so off.
the thing is, the guy that they put the body on, he wasn't that skinny. He was, he had some muscle on it because he's a slave, looking through
Yeah,
rocks. But with the rock's head being so big,
I don't
it
know.
just
Like
made him look really bad,
I don't
really
know if
super
they just
skinny.
like use CGI to make the Rock skinny or like had a stand-in and all that. Because what they did with Steve Rogers was Chris Evans would film the scenes, and then they'll have like then they will refilm the scenes with like kind of like nothing there, and then they will have like a skinny actor to like kind of like play the Steve Rogers, and then they use the effects to like kind of like, I guess, merge them in a way. I don't know how to fully explain it. That's
Yeah, I know what
like
you mean, but they both look bad in my opinion.
it
But
just looked
that was pretty bad CGI. Another bad CGI
awful in this.
was the final fighting. Yeah, it gave me PlayStation vibes. Which I think the Black Panther final scene was better than this final scene because a lot of people hate on the final fight scene with
Oh
Black Panther
yeah,
and Killmonger.
it's good. But
I
it's like I
I think
didn't
this was
really
pretty
notice the
bad.
CGI in that, but then until watching the movie, rewatching it at home, it's like, okay, yeah, the CGI is noticeable. So to me, with Black Adam, I didn't really notice it, but I feel like when I like have it on a screen right in front of me up close, it's like, okay, yeah, I could see it.
Yeah, it was pretty bad, and the
At
character
least,
design, the whole character design for the villain, in my opinion, was just stereotypically bad. It was just he was just a buff devil,
but
you know.
I was thinking it was the devil. I don't know nothing about Sabak.
Yeah, me neither, but that's what he gave me. That's the vibes he gave me.
Yeah,
So
I can see that.
you know. Well, we're kind of we're kind of dodging on this movie a lot, and we're still recommending it to people to watch. You're gonna have a
Hey,
fun
it's still a
time.
fun movie. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
going to have fun with this movie.
we're getting into
Maybe you can have
spoilers,
fun trashing it.
but yeah,
But With that, though, the real question is the DC universe, is the future of DC
Saved.
safe, or like, is it possibly heading on the right track? And in my opinion, I think yes.
So this is
Because
this. So Black Adam is the first DCEU movie we've gotten since Justice League, Zack Snyder's cut. And if they,
that's
because
it? Really?
Batman doesn't count as a DECU.
The
And the last
Batman
one,
doesn't, obviously, but
and that's I'm saying the last DECU movie we've gotten that's connected to all
no,
this. Oh, is I
the
mean
Suicide
Suicide
Squad
Squad. You're
and
right. I
Peacemaker
forgot
2,
about
even though
that.
that's a series, but that's still in the DCEU.
Well, I'm saying the first one in theaters because Suicide Squad was released in HBO.
It was released both in theaters and HBO,
I
but
watched
you know,
we
because of
both
the
watched it on
pandemic.
HBO Max.
Yeah, we wasn't really going to theaters at the time.
So, this is the first one in theaters we got in a while.
Yes,
So in my opinion, if they continue on this track, Suicide Squad was really great.
yes.
I kind of just want to
And there are these other DCEU news, it's been said they are working on a Man of Steel 2 with Henry Cavill, so that does give a lot of us high hopes. And then we have
I want there to be more connected DCU movies. I love that. I
same,
love that.
same with the series. I would love that, but
I just
then
don't
we're
know if I want it to be, just how Black Adam was, in my opinion. I don't
yeah.
want it to be the same thing over and over again where it's just the
And
main villain
then
comes out of nowhere with the same power as the main
yeah, I
character.
get that.
I
Then we
do
got
want it to be something different,
James Gunn's future
unannounced.
James Gunn projects, mystery projects, because he does have a Amanda Waller type series and works for
Mm.
HBO Max. Peacemaker 2. He has another HBO Max series, and I think he has maybe a mystery movie or two mystery movies in works.
So you do want it. So you do think the future of the ECU's saved for now?
With James Gunn involved, well, with people like James Gunn involved, and
Yes.
people like The Rock who knows what the fans want, and with Henry Cavill still involved as Superman, yes.
Hmm. Yeah, I can see that, man. I'm honestly waiting for Aquaman and The Flash, which I still haven't seen the first Aquaman movie.
Really?
I haven't seen it all the way. I was watching it in VR the other day. I haven't finished it. I got into the
So,
part with the Green Goblin gives Aquaman his trident.
yeah, the Green Goblin. Willem Dafoe.
Yeah,
Okay, so the
so
upcoming films is Shazam Fury of the Gods, which comes out March 17, 2023. You got The Flash
which
that
if
comes
that
out
ever comes out,
if it ever comes out due to the whole
oh
Ezra Miller
boy.
thing. But that comes out June 23rd, 2023. Blue Beetle, thankfully we're still getting Blue Beetle. I know a lot of people got worried about this film because of Batgirl's cancellation, but
Hmm.
of course we're still getting Blue Beetle with the release done. Theaters August 18th, 2023. And Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom will be released Christmas, December 25th, 2023. Some of these films are going to get pushed back, I can guarantee that.
Yeah.
Personally. And then of course we got the Man of Steel sequel in works and the Wonder Woman sequel in works too.
Yeah. So overall I had a fun time, but I really hope they do something different with their future movies, you know.
Yes. Of course.
I
And there are a lot
yeah,
of stuff in works too.
so do you think they're gonna have like a Black Adam versus Superman like standalone movie, or is it just gonna be like how they did with Superman versus Batman kind of thing?
I don't want a Batman. I don't want another Batman versus Superman type movie.
So I mean that's what it looks like it's leading up to. What I
We'll
think would
have
be
to wait and
cool,
see. We'll have to wait and see how it all plays out.
what I think would be cool, which probably would never happen because of The Rock's contract. But if Black Adam just becomes a major villain for the Justice League, like a real major villain.
I won't be surprised if that's what The Rock wants, because there's rumors of
Well, isn't
because
you're the one that told me that he doesn't like playing villains anymore in movies?
I
Isn't there
remember
like
there
a
was
whole
a rumor.
contract?
I remember there was a rumor going around when it was announced several months ago about the 10-year plan that they're wanting Black Adam to be like their Thanos type villain in a way.
Which
Lead
I don't know
up
how
to that.
that's gonna
I
work.
don't want that to happen, but oh well.
You don't want
But
that to happen?
no.
I actually would like. I would love to see that to happen.
I want Black Adam to stay as the anti-hero he is, and maybe team up with all the DC characters to fight Darkseid, similar to that one animated film. But of course, they're gonna have to like maybe recast some of the characters and all that, because
That's
who knows if Ben
better.
Affleck is staying as Batman? Because he retired, then he came back, and then he filmed a scene for Aquaman. But who knows if that scene will be included in Aquaman?
Wow.
So, but
Too
yet,
bad. Too bad. The
he,
Rock isn't powerful enough to get Ben Affleck to come back.
but
That's
yet
because Ben
he's
Affleck
happy in
doesn't
life
want to,
right now.
though.
Yeah, he's happy in life right now. So who knows?
Who do you think would be cool if they just make it Robert Pattinson as the main Batman?
I don't know how they would do that, honestly.
You mean the Flashpoint?
Yeah, because multiverse and all that, so they could probably do something along that, like how the Arrowverse did.
Would you think that would work though? Because I don't think who's the
Mm,
director of Robert Pattinson's Batman?
Matt Reeves.
I
I
don't
don't
think he wants
think
to
it'll
do
work.
anything like that. 'Cause I
Because
think
it's like with
he said it. I think himself that
I
he
think
doesn't want it to be like connected and all that.
I
He
think
wants,
it's like Christopher Nolan, how he just wanted to do his own thing. I feel like Matt
yeah.
Reeves just wanted to do his own thing with the Batman franchise, whether it's doing the spin-off HBO Max shows of the Batman characters, obviously doing. Oh, another rumor, well, that was reported is that Matt Reeves is looking into possibly doing spin-off movies of the Batman Rogue Gallery, which includes
The Joker, Riddler.
no, not the Joker, I think Scarecrow. I don't remember.
Oh, I think I've heard that. And isn't it
Professor
Pig?
Pig, I think,
Yeah,
something like
Professor
that.
Pig. I was gonna say Pig, man. Pig, yeah, Professor Pig. I heard that. There's a lot of rumors coming up, but now we're getting into rumor
Been
territory.
a lot of rumors,
So yeah,
even though we have the Penguin series that is in works that will be filming soon, I think.
well, we have to just wait and see.
Because the Penguin series is 100% confirmed, and they're also 100% working on an Arkham series too. And there's been rumor of a Catwoman series.
We'll have to just wait and see because
Yeah, wait and see if all this happens. If it does, awesome.
yeah.
If it
Yep.
doesn't,
At
oh
least we
well.
got what we got.
Yes.
Okay.
But
Overall, I guess we gave our rating of the movie now. You want to
okay,
go first?
so for Black Adam, 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I would say
Definitely,
I would say so. Seven out of 10.
yeah, fun film, nothing amazing, but I do feel like it does leave high hopes for the DC universe. But then
Yeah,
again, people have been saying that with Wonder Woman, with the first Wonder Woman film,
with
and look what
Aquaman,
happened with that. I wouldn't say with Aquaman, to be honest.
people like that. I think people love that. That's like one of
Critics also stressed on Aquaman.
the really.
Yeah,
Well,
which
I
Aquaman
would
was
also.
fun.
Oh yeah, I would recommend watching Black Adam in theaters. Do you want to talk about what are the numbers looking for its first weekend? Well, I guess today's the first day it's out technically.
Well, by the time this podcast airs, it will be after the weekend.
So I think you do well. We went on a Thursday night and we talked to one of the workers there, and they said it was a packed house on the Thursday night, and that's not even when the movie's supposed to come out. It comes out Friday.
But of
Which
course, you have a lot of people, having work the next day and school. So of course, a lot of people is going to wait for the weekend. I
and I was
remember watching
surprised.
Morbius on the weekend, and it was surprisingly packed. So Black Adam will for sure be packed.
Yeah. Anything with The Rock, it always does well.
Yeah, unless if it's Baywatch.
All right. So yeah, we gave it a high C plus, a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, C+, 7 out of 10,
Probably a B minus. I'll say B minus.
or be like Jeremy Johns. Fun time in the theaters. Alcohol required.
No,
No alcohol required.
only if you're 21.
Oh yeah, so only you're 21.
All right, yeah, for real though, fun time in the theaters. You have a fun time. Thank you.
Yes, you will have a fun time for sure. Well, that concludes this podcast where we talked about Black Adam and a lot of some DC stuff and rumors of what could be the future of the DC universe or the DCEU and the DC movie universe in general. Thank you for joining us. Of course, be sure to listen to our past podcasts. Be sure to follow us on social medias. We'll have links and all that down below. Um, Let us
Yeah.
know down below in the comments if you're watching our YouTube video of this. What are your thoughts on Black Adam? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Will you be watching it or will you not be watching it? Or like, would you be like, nah, I'm just gonna wait for HBO Max? That's entirely up to you, but yeah, sure, go ahead, let us know. And
And thank you for joining us on this journey into fantasy.